Sijama, and the first in our lineup this morning is the press review. So if you stand by, in a very short while, I'm going to bring it to you. Welcome. Okay, welcome again. Welcome again. Oh, today is 18th, not 17th, please. Okay, dwelling in the past is a bad thing. Oh. All right. I have some gentlemen that have joined me this morning to look at the pages of the newspaper and exactly what is trending. The first person is Daniel Bello. Daniel Bello is a public affairs analyst. Good morning, Daniel.
Good morning. Thank you for this privilege.
Okay, welcome. And I also have Sir Jerry Obodo. He is also a public affairs analyst. Good morning, Jerry.
Thank you for having me. Thank God I'm here.
Okay, welcome indeed. From our website this morning, Soludo flags off novel polio vaccination campaign, restrains collaboration with WHO, UNICEF, others. Man arrested in Oka for blackmailing, leak woman nude. Okay, for blackmailing and leaking woman nude video, okay. And then Ocha Brigade naps man for peddling hard drugs in Onitsha and the virus. These are the stories coming from our website this morning to help us look at exactly what is trending generally at the ABS website, www.absradiotv.com. Okay, yes. Jerry Obodo, the oral polio vaccination, it's been there, but this one, they call it novel oral polio vaccination campaign.
Yeah, it's been there, and it has been of great help to our kids because in the olden days, you notice that a lot of polio-related cases were reported. You see children not walking properly because they are not vaccinated. But with the development of the polio vaccination, you can see it has gone down greatly. I think why novel is that it's taking some time when they had it last, and the new government of Prof. Soludo CFR has rejuvenated it again, and maybe there are some new inputs that he has injected into it. So I commend the governor and the state government for revamping this vaccination. It's going to be of great help.
Okay, thank you very much. Just yesterday, or was it even on Saturday, that it trended, a young man, very young, that said, I think he's about 19 years, that that leaked the video of a nude woman. We didn't see the video. Some people saw it. I didn't see it, as a matter of fact. And then he was being interviewed, and one started wondering. He said they were selling the video. If you subscribe, you pay 3,000 naira to subscribe, they send it to you. And he continued, apart from demanding money from the woman and a whole lot of things. Where are we going with this, Daniel Bello? And why would a woman get herself involved in sexual orders, and then they started, recording herself on video?
They mutually agreed to do that. Yes, yes, there's a consent. They agreed to do that.
What do they want to do with it? They want to sell it?
That is what is trending now. Many people film themselves having, during sexual intercourse. That is what is trending, especially among our celebrities. So that is what is trending. I don't know, they keep it, they do what they want to do with it. That is the order of the day. So, if we agree to do this, maybe the other person sold it to another person, and the other person, that is the second party, maybe the female wanted it the other way around, and the other person went ahead of the other person. That is the leakage we are talking about. They all agree to do it. They film themselves having fun. That is the order of the day, especially among celebrities. So it's not a new thing. Why? It's this society. That is what is trending. That is today life among youths.
When did we get this perverse? I don't really understand. And not to talk of that, this other woman that is involved is a married woman and is doing that with not with the husband.
Imagine.
So what kind of life is this? Have we gotten this low?
That's very unfortunate, and
highly unfortunate.
That they have degenerated so low that they come to the public and display their adulterous this thing. It's very, very unfortunate.
Okay.
Failure from both parents, failure from religious leaders, and counselors also contribute to this. Yes, even though these people are adults.
That's what I wanted to ask.
People are no longer
parents. When is a parent that is involved in what is trending? Okay, who could you call parents? People that are married, living and have children that are raising. Abi, then you become a parent.
Yes.
So this woman is a married woman.
Yeah, that's it. Even though most of them are adults, are grown up, even married, they have kids. This one now involves a married woman. So this society, are we now preaching what we should preach? Let's focus on salvation in the church. Yes.
And keep money aside.
Salvation.
Prosperity.
Yeah. Preach what we should preach. Preach the truth on the platform.
You know what I noticed from the churches? I'm sorry we'll have to, digress a little. It's not just prosperity. It used to be prosperity. Do this and you prosper. This day, they squeeze you whatever you have. You come to the church, you have to do offering for 7 times. You do for this one, you do for this one. The racketeering.
Yeah, and you see...
so you remove your mind and your heart from the needful. You don't preach salvation again. You don't look at morals again. You can come to church anyhow. You
dress the way you are.
But then you bring your money. What is this?
It's not a good omen at all. And, since some of the youths to do, vices in order to make some money,
and bring them to the church.
The most unfortunate thing is that the pastors, they live in opulence, while these people they're squeezed. Some of them hardly feed a meal a day. So it's very unfortunate. They should be preaching salvation of the soul and not making mornings for the church and all that.
Okay, finally from our website this morning, Ocha Brigade nabs man for peddling hard drugs in Onitsha and the Viron. This is where most of these problems we're talking about emanates from. When you are on something, you don't care what you do again. Otherwise, why will a woman, an adult woman, and a man engage in sexual intercourse with their kuro eye and then recording themselves? Are this not just the problem of, the drug abuse and a whole lot of things? Bello?
Yeah, most of them, or let's say 50% of these young people do this, after taking some substance. Yes, these substances also, drive them to do some things they do. Crazy things they do. Yes. Imagine a celebrity 2 weeks ago recorded herself having fun with a man, and she told the man, focus on the video. Concentrate on the video. And you are saying that they leaked the video. And you are saying that you are going to sue the man. What What is there again to sue?
There's nothing.
You saw the video. Say concentrate on the.
So it's not like
recording.
you don't know that you
don't
are
know.
being recorded.
Like I said before, it's not about maybe she wanted to sell it, to a porn site or wherever, and this one went ahead.
With her
It's a business.
with her face on it. Is she not from a family?
No.
She doesn't have brothers?
No, maybe it's not going to be a site in this continent. Maybe
in this one world arrangement that we are here now?
Yeah. Maybe the one
what
that
do you want
is not,
to see that you won't see anywhere?
One that is not really popular in West Africa. Somewhere, maybe Europe. Or maybe in Asia.
I thought you were actually going to say there's going to be superimposition, that maybe her face will be removed and then they
of course,
another
some
face.
of them are edited.
So you don't know who
some of them are
person
edited.
is.
Some of them are edited. So that is just it. And that is how they get more money, most of them. They get money, yes. So those are the places. They say celebrate. How much are they paying them? Some of them are driving supercars, yes. Drugs and all this, other things. That's how they get more money.
Okay. Let's move on, gentlemen. For want of time, let's get to the papers and find out what's trending there. Daily Sun is our first paper this morning. And the banner headline there says, Panic in CBN as probe expands. Panic in CBN as probe expands. Investigators being searchlight on top staff firms, cronies. Anxiety as anchor borrowers loan recovery deadline elapses. And then Emefiele resigned in August. Sources. Down here, shake-up in NNPCL as 3 EVPs retire. And then President approves replacements. Airstrikes destroy over 30 illegal oil refinery sites in rivers. Okay, do we have another story of interest coming from here? CGN inaugurates 9 appeal court justices September 20th as Supreme Court Justice Arima Orji bows out. Okay, Tinubu nominates new ministers for Ministry of Youth. One we are crying that it's very heavy, and he's still adding, they're sure going to get to 50 if care is not taken. Atiku accuses Tinubu of planning to unleash regime of propaganda. Demolition Abuja traders rights AGF over police disobedience of court orders. Actor Jimmy Odukoya succeeds dad as church overseer. Okay, let's move on to another paper, which is the National Star. 2023 elections. LP loses 12 NASTAs, PDP 6, APC 5, NNPP 2. I mean, did the NNPP have in the first place? Okay, Tribunals targeting LP. Abure cries out. 6 NJC. NJC of which country? Okay, 6 NJC action on airing judges. Averted plane crash. Governor Adeleke suspects sabotage. Says aircraft were maintained. Okay. Daily Times. The Daily Times is our next paper. Indefinite strike over fuel subsidy removal. NLC leaders meet as federal government moves to avert strike. Are they trying to provoke us with this, their strike or whatever? Okay, government calls labor to vital meeting today. Strike may begin this week or Monday. Okay, CJN set to inaugurate 9 justices September 20th as Orji bows out. We've seen that story. Stormy moments in Unical Law faculty. Again, I thought they have removed the lecturer. Okay, FCTA to demolish illegal structures at Popular Area 1 shopping complex. That's all coming from the Daily Times. Punch newspaper is next. Marketers eye fresh fuel price hike as crude hits $94. Okay, let's look at them. The riders there. NATO plans price hike, raises concern over federal government's insistence on 617 per litre petrol price. And then operators insist petrol subsidy returning gradually. NNPCL gets 3 new VPs. If, what do you call it, the subsidy is returning, why would the subsidy be returning while the price is going up more and more? Okay, NDLEE rescue pregnant teenagers, arrest the suspected drug traffickers. Okay, gentlemen, let's first of all look at the story before we look at the rest of the papers, beginning from the paper that we started with, which is the Daily Sun, panicking CBN as probe expands. I think every appointment that's supposed to be done in CBN have been done. Why the panic? Bill, I'm starting with you.
The panic, I think the panic is related to this.
The probing.
Yeah, the probing. So, you know, if you don't have cockroach in your cupboard, why the panic? So maybe they all stain their hands.
And if you are already being punished for the offense, why probing again? Are you not supposed to investigate, probe before the punishment? Like what is happening to MFLA?
MFLA, investigation first. After investigation, before this, detention and the rest of them. So the way we do things in Nigeria, obviously you know that is politically motivated. You know, yes.
Okay, Jerry.
Yeah.
What's going on in CBN?
Well, like you said, you have to observe the due process. The due process is that once somebody is accused or alleged to have committed a fraud, the first thing is to, suspend him so that he won't tinker with whatever evidence that you look at. Then set up the finding team that will investigate. After your investigation, you have your facts. Then you charge the person to court. From court, it is the court that will say, we are reprimanding you, we're keeping you at a prison custody, or that is a bailable offense, and you be bailed and be coming to court to defend yourself. That is the due process. But in Nigeria, like you said, sometimes they do a kangaroo kind of justice to the people. It's very unfortunate. It's not the way to go. So, well.
And just yesterday we heard about the resignation of MFLA, but then for what we are seeing here, they said MFLA resigned in August. We don't actually know what's going on there. We may really need to join that story with this other one that is happening in NPCL again, shake up in NPCL as 3 EVPs retire, but I also know that they've been already replaced. I wonder what they're shaking again.
No. From the story we had. He resigned in August, so I don't know what they are talking about. Maybe they are just trying to cook up something. He resigned immediately after before they started this thing. Yeah, he resigned.
Okay, let's move on. Let's move on to National Star and look at what is happening in the courts, in the tribunals, as 2023 elections, LP loses 12 NAS seats, and then PDP 6, APC 5, and MPP 2. Of course, I asked how many do they have, and they're losing 2. Well, we are actually going to dwell on what Abure said, that all these tribunals are targeting the LP. But from what we have seen now, all other parties are losing candidates too. It's just that their own is much more, 12 as against 6, 5, and 2. Bello?
With Abure, chairman of LP, they are actually targeting LP as a party. Within 9 months, LP did what other parties have not done. They achieve results that other political parties have not achieved for many years. So LP is a target. Yes. People just sum up things. They can get 5 here, get 6 here. Look at what happened in Abia State. They removed 2 Abia lawmakers. So, obviously, Nigerians voted for LP nationwide. Forget about Delta State, fine. Thank God they corrected what they did in Delta State. LP won against Elumelu. Elumelu, yes, they declared that LP candidate at the appeal court. So Labour Party LP won. Nigerians voted for Labour Party nationwide.
So why are they being removed?
They voted for Labour Party.
Why
So
do you think they're being removed?
it's a system. You see, this third arm of government in Nigeria is a problem. Fix judiciary, you have fixed 50% of Nigeria problem.
So if you face judiciary, what do you replace it with?
Judiciary.
Okay, fix it. Okay, so fix
Nigeria
it.
judiciary, you have fixed, you have a profile solution to over 50% of Nigeria problem.
Okay. So who is afraid of Labour Party? Why are they removing them?
Well, you know, like you said, the executive is emasculating the judiciary. Why? Because they know that they will come up without looking at anybody's face to give judgments, which may not be in their favor. One, they strip them of the autonomy. They are not autonomous. All the consolidated fund should have been going directly to them. They just give them, dash them money. So it makes them to come cap in hand, begging for money. That is the way they control them, you know. Labour Party has done 8 wonders of the world, you know. So, and you can see that it's a calculated attempt to, make the rubbish, make it looks as if it's a fluke that transpired. But Nigerians know that it's not a fluke, that they voted for Labour Party massively and that they won. You know, so they can't take that away from them. So it's better they give them the credit they deserve. They came up with, nice policies. They defended it in the debate. Like APC presidential candidate wasn't there in the debate in any of the forum, and then nobody knew what they are going to deliver or what they are going to do, and that's what is playing out. You can imagine the president now that we're in an economic quagmire, and you are coming up with bogus ministers and the thing that goes with it.
We should be cutting costs.
Cutting costs.
Cost of governance.
Cost of governance, and you are increasing the governance, and you are telling your subject, the Nigeria, the masses, to tighten their belt while you are living in opulence.
I was actually looking for a story. I didn't see it here where the agencies are defending the jumbo pack salaries for the National Assemblies, while they're asking us, just like you said, to tighten our belts. And then what is NLC doing? What are they doing below? NLC leaders meet as federal government moves to avert strike. The one they declared when there was supposed to be, court judgment. No, the presidential court judgment, they declared a two days strike. What was that for? Did he hold? And then, do they really have relevance again? All these threats are not doing anything.
You know, when, what's his name? Adam Soshomole was there. That was when I knew this labor union. They were so effective then in Nigeria. Yes. Even Governor Fayemi, of one of the governors, confessed that they actually frustrated Jonathan administration during that 2012 massive protest, because Jonathan intended doing this thing that they are doing now. You know, he planned to remove this subsidy. Yes, in 2012. So, okay. Face remover. You know, and even Soyika and the rest of them anchored the protest, the massive protest. Now, this labor union, TUC and the rest of them are not actually active. By now, Nigeria should, the whole, what's it called, sector should be closed by now, facing protests and strike.
As a matter of
Nigeria
fact, I'm wondering what
Nigeria should be observing
they're
strike
striking for now.
by now.
Yeah.
Because this was the 8,000 naira palliative, or what is it?
Yeah,
That's not the
8,000.
issue. I said it before. If before removal of subsidy, provide transportation, subsidize transportation, subsidize so many things. Put vehicles on.
How can they be removing subsidy on fuel and subsidizing transportation again? Is it not robbing Peter to pay Paul? They don't want to subsidize anything. They just want you to suffer.
That means,
Of course.
According to what he said he's feeling Nigerians' pain. I feel your pain, according to...
Who is feeling whose pain?
Uh-huh.
Can we move on?
He's not
is it
feeling
possible?
anything.
Is it possible we just move on?
It's increasing the pain.
Increasing the pain of Nigerians.
Okay, talking about your pains and then feeling it. Marketers' fresh fuel prices hike as crude hit $94 per
The thing is, the government of the day, starting from Buhari's regime, is a colossal failure. Why? Because they know that cabals are benefiting from the subsidy and windfall. That is why, or that was why, they kept importing fuel, using the naira to dollar to estimate what what we buy. Whereas, if we fix the refineries in Nigeria, we won't be having all this problem we have. So they know what they're doing. They are benefiting from the windfall of.
Okay, let's look at the rest of the papers. Let's look at the rest of the papers and then let's see what we can take home again. All right, aviation technical personnel exit Nigeria to other climes. This is coming from the Daily Independent. NCAA, NCAT, NAMA lose top staff to Japa syndrome. Less than 400 ATCs for 32 airports, 100 retired in 5 years. What exactly is going on with Nigerian economy? Aviation technical personnel exit Nigeria to other climes. Okay. And then down here, NLC planned indefinite strike may take effect Thursday. Lalong West End missed labor unions orders today, and by tomorrow you hear a different story until they tell us what they say in that meeting, because most times we don't even know what transpired. The next thing you hear is what they plan is not going on again. And then the things that they plan, the things that they wanted to strike for, keep increasing. The hardship, the problem keep increasing, and then you are going back after planning your strike. That's why we don't understand what is really going on here. A series of meetings, and we don't know what is going on there. Okay, Nation newspaper, dispute stars federal government, Emefiele plea bargain talks. Dispute stars federal government, Emefiele plea bargain talks, okay? And suspended CBN governor may face trial. Why deputy governors were dropped? What is he facing now? He's been in detention for a long time. I think he's going to go to court. May face trial. What kind of trial?
That's what I said earlier.
Okay.
They are not following the due process.
All right. Vanguard newspaper. Outrage as RMAFC defends jumbo pay of NAS members and others. That was the story I was looking for. Actually looking for. I read it online this morning. It's disheartening, unjustifiable, unacceptable. NLC, NECA, is heartless, Ankyo breaks. And then it is insensitive, Labour Party, support living wage for all, ORO. These are people reacting under this outrage as RMAFC defends jumbo pay for NAS members and others. And then they defend the jumbo pay and ask you to go and tight your belt and keep suffering and increasing your suffering every day. Okay, pension contributors, retirees agitate as unresolved complaints pile up. Tinubu nominates Jamila Ibrahim Youth Minister or Lawande Minister of State 2 ministers for youth. Okay. Eunice Carl says scandal. Women Affairs Minister apologizes. To who? Okay, strike. Federal government invites NLC for meeting today. And a whole lot of things coming from this Vanguard newspaper. The Guardian newspaper, CBN's top officials on tightrope as special investigation peaks. That's coming from Guardian newspaper. And I think that's all I'm taking from there. Down here, the Daily Post, Auditor General's absence stalls audit of MDAs for 3 years. Auditor General's absence stalls audit of MDAs for 3 years, coming from Daily Post newspaper. Let's look at the riders. Our Constitution allows acting for 6 months only. Office poorly funded since 1999. Vacuum makes governance susceptible to mismanagement. This is coming from Senate panel. And then Tinubu will appoint substantive Auditor General soon. Presidency. Okay, flood destroys over 100 houses in Plateau and so many other places, not just Plateau. The last paper for this morning is the Nigerian Tribune. On the banner headline there says, August inflation rate, companies may resort to downsizing, and then LCCI warns companies may resort to downsizing, LCCI warns. And that's because of the August inflation rate. We are facing a whole lot of problem in this country. Nobody is fixing anything. I wonder what the government is doing. Is there anything they're doing that we are looking onto, saying that, okay, it is because this thing is just starting. Maybe in the next 1, 2, 3 months, short time period, we'll start, having a breath of fresh air. And the whole, is there any plan on ground? Look, the economy is squeezing and, grounding. I don't really understand what's going on, Jerry.
Okay, well, I want to say that if anyone says that this current NLC TUC is compromised, it wouldn't be, yes, because School of Thought says that that 2 days warning strike was because of their fear that the masses will come to the streets if the judgment of that tribunal was delivered. So that they will cage the people at home because that was why they declared the strike. So if you see during the handwriting of the word, you say that these NLC TUC are compromised by the federal government. And you can see that from the meetings they've held, nothing tangible, nothing good has come out of it, And so the strike they're calling, we are not bothered about that because we know nothing will also come out of it. The federal government and the president has said that the refinery will come on board or is on stream by December. We are looking up to that. We have been preaching that the refinery start working so that the importation of fuel will stop. And once we have the fuel refined here, these fuel hikes will not be, because one is it's not being imported through the hard currency, dollar. The shipping from the country of origin to Nigeria will stop. So all these costs will be cut off. You see the price of fuel going almost to 200, 100 naira.
Okay. Is there no sacrifice that the people at the helm of affairs will make for the economy of this Nigeria? I mean, going by what we saw at the Vanguard newspaper, outrageous RMAFC, defense jumbo pay for NAS members and others. Okay, why they are increasing and enlarging their pays, they are squeezing the masses below. Is there no sacrifice they're supposed to make so that the masses will queue in?
If they are willing, they will reduce their pay, their allowances, cut down on expenses, aids, reduce their aids, reduce their allowances if they are willing. But they are not ready for that, Imagine they exposed themselves before they will embark on what's it called, on Resense, where their what's it called, Akpabio, said what he shouldn't have said. Akpabio, Senate President, that they've received a token for.
A token of 2 million.
Imagine. So if they are willing, they will do that, but they are not. They are not actually willing to do that. But I want to briefly comment on something.
Go ahead.
Madam Uju Kennedy, Minister of Women Affairs. Yes, I saw the issue the other day.
I didn't read it. I wanted to avoid it.
This woman, Madam Uju.
You say it's Madam Uju?
Uju is her name. Women Affairs Minister, Uju Kennedy.
Okay, he's apologizing for.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought it was what happened there.
Women are saying that she's against them. That woman, I met her a few weeks ago in Anambra State here, Okai here, and I interacted with her, briefly. She's down to earth. She's calm, very humble lady. So, and there in that forum, she promised women that she's going to see that money that they are expecting is disbursed appropriately and directly. So, when people take advantage of some people with the way they appear, if they are calm like that, that report is wrong. So I think people are taking advantage of that woman's calmness, that Mrs. Uju Kennedy's calmness, her personality.
Okay.
So there's no way he will go, somebody that is a minister for women, go against women. What are they talking about there? Rape. Yes, I think if you read it, that is the subject matter there.
Okay. All right, finally, before we go, let's look at this other story. I saw it yesterday, and I didn't even know what to say. How a man just lifted a table or seat and hit the commissioner in Ondo State. That's the story. The last story we're going to look at is coming from which paper is that? The Tribune. Ondo commissioner beaten, injured over subsidy palliatives. I think that was the story, the way they were sharing the palliative, and they got somebody angered, and he lifted a very big chair, big table, and hit the woman on the head. And blood was just gushing, the thing swelled up and was gushing blood. Does that translate to the level of anger that is in the society? He didn't hit a man, it was a woman. Okay? Jerry, I'm coming to you.
Exactly, you are right in what you've said. Like we said, there's anger, there's frustration, there's hunger, there's hardship. You can see that in the faces of the masses. A lot of people have resorted to trekking. So there's a lot of problem, and that's translated to what played out in what we have read. And it's a way of sending signals to those the authorities. Like we mentioned of this National Assembly.
We are completely out of time.
Okay, I wanted to make just a remark about NAS.
Just one sentence. Please.
Yeah, some of them were not elected by the masses, and why? Who are they reporting to? Nobody. So they do whatever they like. If they are voted, they will have in their mind that, look, I'm going back to my people. They will ask me what I've done for them and what I did at the National Assembly. So most of them, yes, and some of them manufactured the results and just when they are representing themselves. Really.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, Daniel Bello. Thank you for coming this morning.
Thank you very much.
And thank you, Sajeri Obodo, for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me, IJ. The technical crew, thank you for the good job.
Okay, thank you. My name is Sijama. We are going to take a break here, and in a very short while, we'll come back to bring you our discussion of That's Good Morning Anambra. Thank you.